Hey guys, we in the bathroom, you know what to do. It's time for a skincare video. Guys, I love skincare videos. I hope you guys enjoy watching them because let me tell you, it has just been a journey trying to get my skin to even be semi-clear. Okay, just semi-clear. And now I'm at the point where it's just like barely blemished, and we're dealing with a little bit of cyclical acne, which I'm gonna get into. I made that term up, so don't go putting that on I made that term up. But just some things and patterns that I've noticed with my skin that have started to really finally break. So I have some changes, some discoveries, some exciting things that I want to share and just update you guys on how my clearing my skin for good is going, because it's never looked this good this consistently in the entire time that I have been so pursuant of trying to get it to be clear and calm down. So I'm excited. So let's just get into it. Okay, I'm back. It's a little cold back here in the bathroom, so I got my jacket on, but let's just dive right in, okay? Okay, so first I want to introduce the three major changes that I think have made the most impact on me seeing some longevity and the clarity of my skin. And the first one is going to be volleyball. I mean, it sounds negative, but it's really not that negative. I'm not sure what it was about playing, whether it was like the day-to-day sweat for 4.5, maybe 5 hours. You know, I can't really stop and like spray my face. I mean, I guess I could have, but I'm not really sure what it was about playing volleyball that really kept my skin in like this cyclical cycle where it would get clear a little bit, and then as soon as it hit like week 3 in the month or week 2.5, it would go back to breaking out or something like that. And even when I was using products that were supposed to treat it, it was almost like because I was sweating so much, or I don't know, maybe it was a hormone imbalance, but my skin was just rejecting the treatment that has now since worked. So not playing volleyball has definitely helped my skin heal, which kind of pisses me off to say because I do see myself playing volleyball at some point in the future, but I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get to it on how I'm going to problem solve for that. But yeah, that's the first one. Okay, the second thing that I have noticed that has made a big difference is having a more consistent, or I guess a little more thorough morning routine for my skincare, because I talked about it in my last video, but at that time I stopped washing my face in the morning, and I wasn't like scrubbing it when I woke up because that really never worked out for my skin, but I would get a cloth and, you know, wipe it off, and even that I felt like didn't help to calm any acne down, just kind of perpetuate the cycle. So that, in conjunction with me like putting on serums in the morning maybe and ice rolling, that's something that I did really consistently for about a week, and I saw major changes in my skin, just like the brightness, the glow, you know, the propensity for acne issues to resolve was so much more than what it had been when I started doing that, because I was putting ice on my face, like getting rid of any inflammation, all of that stuff. I don't know, I think it was a combination of things. Not having to jump right up and go to volleyball is definitely one of them, and I've been working on developing a morning routine, and that has certainly been a staple in it that I've noticed such positive results for my skin. The last major routine change has been slugging, kind of like I'm kind of doing it at night, only at night. And it's like I'm doing it a little, but I'm also not. Like I will spend a lot of nights where I just do whatever treatment I'm gonna do to my face or not do any treatment and then just put Vaseline on, and like that does really well. Or I have this combination that is this Dermalogica Stabilizing Repair Cream, which you know is a staple. I foresee it always being a staple. And this, which was a staple before this one. But these together, girl, this has been like my day-to-day moisturizer as of lately. If I feel like my skin really needs some moisture, I'll do these two and then put Vaseline on top just at night. But I've been doing this during the day before I put on sunscreen, and this kind of goes back to my morning routine. But in my morning routine, I will do this step, let it sink in, usually eat my breakfast, and then I'll put on a serum like the Caudalie serum, like either one of these two serums, sometimes a mix of both, which is part of the slugging that I wanted to talk about also, because These are non-comedogenic products, and I think their active ingredients also work towards the same thing, but they have some different active ingredients that kind of, you know, can be balancing in effects to one another. So I sometimes put these both on, drop one here, drop one here, drop one here, drop one here, and then switch and then switch and then rub it all in. I've loved that too. So I've kind of just been doing a mix of putting products together and then over moisturizing my face, which has been really good. So I guess you can call it slugging, but it's not technically like slugging. I don't know, I guess. Okay, so those are kind of like the three major changes. I also got into a little bit of some staple products in my regimen that I was going to talk about, and I will talk about a little bit later. But now I want to talk about some new additions and some things that I've been able to change since I've noticed that my skin was taking better to products that were likening to its healing since I've stopped playing volleyball. So I have literally almost every day been washing my face with this cleanser, and I'll leave it on for like a minute or two in the shower. It's usually when I'm washing my body, and then I'll just rinse it off. Honestly, I used to only do this once or twice a week because I was super fearful that it would piss my skin off, because my skin was already sitting in so much sweat and dirt when I couldn't really control it necessarily during volleyball season. But like, I think I used this wash for 2 straight weeks before I was like, okay, let me give my skin a break, you know, and some days I did do it, some days I didn't within that 2 weeks. This has made the biggest difference because I was able to be consistent with it in my routine and helping to lighten dark spots and helping to keep any kind of cyclical or maybe even cystic acne breakouts at bay. Like, yes, 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 yes. On that same note, when I was taking a break or when I was also using that cleanser and I wanted to double cleanse that night, I have been using a new bar of soap. It's Kirk's, the original fresh scent, and it's like Dr. Bronner's but better, because honestly sometimes I felt like Dr. Bronner's agitated my skin and I didn't notice it until like after a while. Like, it just was leaving it feeling a little, it just didn't leave it feeling fresh and calmed. It was just like slightly agitated, which I didn't notice after, but it also could have been me playing volleyball. So I'm not ragging on Dr. Bronner's because I did love it for the time, but this has been working better for me. And if I wash my face with just this, girl, when I was taking a break from the benzoyl peroxide and I was just doing this, hello? I was like, I don't need to buy a cleanser ever again. I don't. I mean, I'm probably still going to, but this, Kirk's, so solid, sponsor me. We love you. Me and my mom, we love you. This is where it's at when it comes to natural Castile type soaps. I am obsessed with this. It is good for my face, which I love, and it's also been super great on my body. So using this in the routine, and I've just recently started mixing in my other staples, the Keep It Clean and the Purifying Foaming Face Wash from Ain Beauty Project and La Roche-Posay, respectively. The last thing that I really wanted to touch on is using my face oil, because I think in the last video or in previous videos I mentioned how much of a staple this was, and it's taken a little bit of a back seat recently since I've been navigating keeping my skin clear for good and trying to maintain it as, you know, I move forward and make different decisions with my life. And this hasn't been being used as much, and I stopped doing it like in December, November, because I felt like my skin was just overwhelmed. But I do find it still very important to exfoliate at least once or twice a week. So I recently tried, after washing my face in the shower, getting out and using this after I've washed my face to try to get rid of any sebaceous filaments, and I really did like that. So I might incorporate this with my regular exfoliation product lineup, because the one that I'm consistently using is Paula's Choice. I got recommended this product by an esthetician who also worked at Sephora, which is a really frequent thing they do. I don't really know how to do that. Anyways, but it's worked really well for me. It had a good Yucca score, and I have been doing this consistently. And with that being said, I want to show you or talk to you about all the other staples that I've been using during this time that have proved to be extremely consistent and trustworthy while I've been trying to clear my skin for good. And then we're gonna get out of here. The first two staples I'm going to mention deal particularly with blemishes. You guys have already seen these, I've already used them, but their presence in my skincare routine has increased almost an infinite amount in the last couple of months. And those are the Madagascar blemish pads and my Panoxyl pimple patches. Girl, let me show you how I be putting these on. You see that? You see that? And it has done wonders because honestly, I don't know what's going on with my chin. And this is the calmest my chin has been in a while. And it really seems like it's taking to all the products. It's having its reset moment. And my skin, like, I purposely filmed this video on a good skin day. Not that I've had bad skin days, but you know, sometimes hormones and your period and it puts it in flux. But like my skin looks like this 89% of the time, and I'm trying to get it over that hump to 90, 95, and these have definitely been paramount in me doing that, especially at night, and even sometimes in the morning, since I'm not washing my face. If I feel like I particularly need to like clean something up or wipe something off, I will use these, and these, my Shayla, they're so good. Okay, we knew this was coming. Hypochlorous acid. Mother truckers, get some, buy it, get it, just do it. I'm not explaining anymore. Vaseline, already explained. These are must-haves for your girl. Get some. Here, you see, I hold it still. Get some. Obviously, I talked about the face washes, this one being a staple, this one also being a staple, and these are the two that I was referring to or mentioning if you haven't seen any of my other skincare videos that I talked about mixing in intermittently when I'm not really just doing these two, because I love these, I trust these, they work well for my skin, and sometimes you just need a little bit of a change up because you're trying to create such a routine and your skin does adapt really fast. This is the ice roller I use. I got it on Amazon. I will put a picture on the screen and a link in the description. It comes with 2 heads, and I just keep these in the freezer. I absolutely love these. I think I rolled my face with this one time for like 30 or 35 minutes and it was still cold. At the end of me rolling my face, and I mean, of course it wasn't freezing, but it was still super cold. So, love these. I think the brand is Reina Chris, if I'm not mistaken. If I am mistaken, disregard that. Just as a reminder again, this huge staple, love it, love it, love it. But I think the biggest thing that has caused a change and turn in my skin is the fact that I have been bugging the Lord about this for probably 3 or 3.5 years, and I keep bugging him about it, and I keep doing all that I can do to take care of it and expecting him to take care of the rest. And I think it's starting to pay off. So if you need a little bit of encouragement on that, keep seeking and you will find. Keep knocking and the door will be opened, okay? Because my skin's gonna be clear, period. Have you seen my mother, dadgummit? She's never had a pimple in her dadgum life, okay? She probably has, but for the sake of this video, she hasn't. So I want that, okay? And I thank you, God, because he's already given it to me as it's processing and manifesting in the real world. Okay, that's it. That's all I have for this video. I heart skincare videos, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video too, and you got some product recommendations from it or anything like that. Anything that I recommend or I talk about, I have done research on and made sure that it's using clean products to the best of my knowledge and my ability. So they are all verified by my standard, and I hold a pretty high standard of what I put on and in my body. I won't just do or put anything. Anyways, so I hope that helps. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I love you so much. God loves you more, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.